So let me welcome all of you to our today's session. Um, our today's speaker is Marko Totovic. Is Totovic, not Vic, if I got that correct. He's an MVP, a Microsoft MVP, and business applications, and he's also a community lead, and also a partner, technical specialist at Companions. Is that so, Mark? I believe I got it right.
Yes.
Okay, good, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, so before then, we have one of us, Madison, who is also lead, and we'll do a very brief introduction about Dynamic User Group, and then from there, we will proceed now. Yeah. So welcome, Madison.
Thanks, Chacha. Hello, everybody. My name is Madison Han. I am the meeting and events manager here at Doug. So just here to tell you a little bit about Doug, give a quick introduction, and then I'll pass it back over to Chacha and our speaker. So a little bit about Doug. We are a free community for users, implementers, and resellers of Microsoft business applications. Our main goal is to support the Dynamics 365, GP, AI, and Power Platform community. We want to be able to give users the tools and materials to be able to excel and grow in their personal and professional careers. We have a few rules of engagement. We just ask that you keep these sessions solely educational. So please, no sales pitches, no selling of your personal products or services. We want everybody to be able to come here and gain some free educational content. We also ask that you stay engaged with your speakers. So ask lots of questions, be active in the chat. I'm sure that our speaker will let you know how they would prefer to have questions asked, but it's always nice to stay engaged with your speaker. And that's how you get the most out of these meetups, is by asking questions and staying engaged. Dynamics User Group has lots of different programs that we offer. We have some free online open discussion forums where you can ask questions about a particular product and the community will help answer. We have free year-round webinars that we host. We have some sponsorship opportunities. We have our local meetup program like this one, where there are meetups, which are essentially meetings that are held year-round. And some of them are in person, some are virtual, some are hybrid, and we have them all around the world. I believe we have 62 groups globally. We also have some conferences and regionals, which I'll get into in just a minute here. And we also have a YouTube channel where all of our virtual recordings like this one get posted from all around the world. So if you're ever curious to see what other groups are talking about, or just want to see what all is out there, it's a great place to look for some free content. Next up is our largest conference of the year, DynamicsCon 2026. This is happening from May 12th to the 15th. You guys can scan that QR code, and then Kim, who I believe is on this call, will be dropping a chat in the chat box that has a 15% off discount code for all of you guys. But this is our largest conference of the year. It is fully community led, so we kind of select members of the communities of the Dynamics user group community, and they select all of the sessions. So they are in the middle of selecting sessions now. We are expecting about 350 speakers, which is awesome. So tons and tons of educational content. Also great networking opportunities if you're looking to get more involved in the community. This will be in Las Vegas this year. So if any of you guys are local to the States and or would like to travel to the States, we also can provide visa letters. If anybody's interested in coming over, just get connected with me and I'll help you get that sorted out. Next up is our 2026 DynamicsCon regionals. So these are a little bit larger in scope than local meetups like this, but not quite as big as our DynamicsCon conference. We will go locally to different areas around the world, and this will be a free event. So we just went to Tampa, Florida in January. We are going to Vancouver, Canada in March. going to Denver in April, Toronto in June, and then this is the one that is probably the most pertinent to you guys, is we are going to Ghana on July 25th this year. We're going to have lots of different breakout rooms, all focused on all D365 products. We'll also have a little bit of AI content in there. It will be at the Fiesta Royale Hotel in Ghana. So if you'd like to learn more information about that, you can scan the QR code on the next page to learn more, and happy to get you registered and answer any questions that you may have. And then we also have a few other regionals throughout the year, a little ways away from you guys, but if you're interested in attending, we'd love to have you. And that is all from me. But if you guys have any questions or need any more information, please feel free to drop something in the chat and I'm happy to help. And with that, I'll pass it back over to Chacha. Thanks, everybody.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Madison. It's a great pleasure actually having you join this session. I didn't expect you would have made it, so thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
So, nice. So if anyone has a question, you can just share it via the chat. Let Mark begin. But unless it's so really pressing that you have to interject, just raise up your hand and welcome, Marko.
Thank you, Chacha. Let me just share my screen. So, thank you on your previous introduction. I am Marko Totovic. As Chacha said, I am Microsoft MVP. I am working at company as PTS. I am leading one of the local user groups in Serbia, also supporting from time to time our, let's say, brother user group in Croatia, where I'm going to be tomorrow. But I'm not important here. We are here to talk about Dynamics 365 CE ecosystem and basically to explain what is there in this package, because there is a number of applications, and what's the reason why we have all of them and when to use each of them. So before I start, please, if you have any question, just raise your hand. I'm having my Teams open on one of the screens, or write it in a chat. I will try to answer later, or even at the end I'm going to have Q&A section. So whenever you feel free or when you want to ask, I'm here to talk with you, not only to speak by myself. So let's start. When we are talking about Dynamics 365 CE, or as it is called, customer engagement, the main thing is just to start with basic applications which we have. So we have sales, customer insight, customer service, field service, and contact center. So I believe that everybody knows, or wherever you search something on a Microsoft website, you will see those applications. But what is really important and really connected with whole CE platform is that we are really hardly separating whole CE platform from the Power Platform, because all of the applications and everything what is based in the customer engagement product groups is based on Dataverse data model. So every single of these application have one universal database which is based on Dataverse, and they are basically natively built with Power Platform. So when we take as a core example, it is that every single of these application is in reality model-driven application, but pre-built by Microsoft. And this is one of the reasons why we are basically talking about always customer engagement, but all of us who are working on daily basis with the customer engagement product groups, we are native with the whole Power Platform. But when we focus only on the tools and applications which we have in the customer engagement, we have one general separation, because we have a couple of applications which are focused on service. We have marketing applications, and we have application which is focused on a sales module. So depending on a regional basis or the size of the country or whatever, there is always some application which is more standing up most usually. So from my career, in this case was Dynamics 365 sales. So through whole my career, I did the most of the implementations in the Dynamics 365 sales, and through every single project which I done, this was like the main recognizable application for the customer engagement. But of course, I know that customer service is also extremely popular, and it is selling a lot. And for somebody who is based and working with some kind of services, they're probably more familiar with this application. But in reality, every single of these applications has its purpose and has connection in between each other, and it is here to help companies do their best in their day-to-day jobs. So I have some of them already pre-created on some trial environments. So I will fast to show you some of the, not features, but some of the, let's say, core functionalities, why it is sometimes good to use these platforms. But the main idea when we talked about this session is basically for me to explain the difference and to really focus on which one you should use in which scenario. So as I said, sales is like, from my personal opinion, most popular one, and I think that it is true that it is most popular one, and it is mostly focused to the salespeople, and it is basically starting CRM position. So here you have possibility to track leads, opportunities, to have all of your customers, contacts, and everything in one place, and really to nurture your customers. So from the moment when you start talking with somebody on some event like DynamicsCon, or when you are trying to sell them something or successfully selling them something, you're keeping everything in sales. And as many years ago, I heard for somebody, I think for somebody from Microsoft, that this is logically thinking all of your company's future, because basically based on sales, it is your company future. But here you're just putting this point of view that you're keeping everything what is relevant for your future sales and with your collaboration with generally your customers. On the other side, through years, Microsoft invested a lot of in a marketing model, because before Microsoft introduced, first was Microsoft Dynamics 365 marketing, then now it is customer insights. We only had, from this perspective, third-party solutions. One of the bigger one was Click Dimension. I think that they're still working normally. But everything changed when Microsoft introduced their application. So through marketing, this is logically marketing application where you have possibility to send mass emails, to track success of the campaigns, to take care about events, to organize events and a lot of the stuff. And basically you're here focusing on the promotion. Sorry, and of course, here we have one extra application or part of the application where it is customer insights data, where you have possibility to analyze the data. But when we move to the following three applications, this is moment when it's becoming interesting. So as I just explained, first two, let's put in one place all of our customers, let's nurture them, let's send them emails, let's organize something for them. But everything was in the perspective of keeping our customers satisfied and trying to sell them something. But in the second part, where we have the three following applications, we are basically focusing on service which we are providing to the customer. So from standard customer service, where we have possibility to just track everything what is happening from the service level, where if we have to fix something for our customer or to give them support through some way, or any kind of service which we can provide, you're keeping it basically in a customer service. Or if we have in reality somebody who is there on the field fixing some machines, fixing some big equipment, or installing new equipment, to the level where we have possibility to have fully AI contact center which can support our customer with conversation and chatting, so that they can feel in the most scenarios that they are talking with a real person, but in reality they're communicating with AI and leverage on our data. So in short terms, this is it. This is what we have in customer engagement. But in reality, there is more than this. There is much more things which we have to talk about. And as I said previously, it is basically not possible to continue if we are not if we just do not mention the importance of the Power Platform also to the whole customer engagement, because this is something where as people who are implementing this solution or working with these applications, we are spending most of the time. So just in a short terms, I believe that everybody knows, but all of these applications can help customer engagement product groups to be much more better, productive, and easy to maintain or to modify. So specifically, when we focus through Power Apps and Power Automate, which you have the full back of your application. So if you want to access your UI of your app, to organize anything, to build new forms, to build new views, to build everything what your customer are using in the front, you're basically spending time in the Power Apps, and you're accessing your data from the back in that perspective. Also for Power Automate, everything what is built and based on Dataverse, like it is whole customer engagement products, we have fully accessible through Power Automate. And this is one huge power which we are mostly trying always to keep, where we can really connect to almost whatever we want outside, because there is more than 1,400 connectors pre-built in Power Automate, and we have a lot of different possibility to store our data inside of our customer engagement application, because in reality we can access every single table and every single part of the application through Power Automate. Of course, with Dataverse, which is in reality most important part here, we have possibility to utilize whole Power Platform. So from perspective of building custom agents to which we can use inside of the customer engagement application, through building the websites for our our customers, which are sometimes authenticated, sometimes not authenticated, or building reports for ourselves. We have the full access of whole our customer engagement products through Power Platform, and this is the real power of this platform, which I'm working on a daily basis. But let's move Power Platform, which basically is not the main thing for today's session. Let's jump back to customer engagement, and let me try to explain you a little bit more about every single of these applications, and as I promised, I will show you some of them. So first, and as I said, most popular is Dynamics 365 Sales. So basically, when you want to think about sales and when to use it and for whom to use it, there is the name. So first and foremost, it is based for the selling processes. But in reality, when somebody wants to start with a CRM system, because most of the companies are basically starting with ERP most usually, and then introducing the following softwares. When somebody generally says CRM from the Microsoft perspective, first application which mostly we are thinking is this Dynamics 365 Sales. And why? Because basically here we have all of our contacts, accounts, or as it is called in different application, customers, vendors. We have all of our leads, all of our opportunities, quotes, orders, invoices, everything in one place, traceable and connected, so that it can work in a high quality level together, so that you can know from which place which information is coming and how you're nurturing it through the process of trying to sell something to that customer. The big power here is, of course, lead to opportunity process, which is nothing more than combination of couple of tables and the possibility to enter a lot of different data. But this is the real power when you have possibility to define the process, which every single salesperson should follow, because you have defined successful process which can lead to successful sales at the end. And of course, reporting and everything is possible, but this is not the main thing. The main thing is that you have possibility to keep everything regarding your sales, your company future, and everything what is important in the process of the sales in one place, in one application, and easy accessible. Also, what is important for Dynamics 365 sales in a perspective of a wider picture, which I just mentioned previously, is that sorry, Dynamics 365 sales is connectable, or let's say we can integrate it with Business Central or Finance and Supply Chain Management. For Finance and Supply Chain Management, or previously F&O, I know that there is a dual right, but personally I never set it up, so I cannot speak in details about that. But for the Business Central, I did it quite a lot of times, and this is a moment where you have possibility to move power of sales on another level, where you have ERP and your sales software communicating together and collaborating in a level where you have all of usable and useful information in their real application, and those things which should be shared, like opportunities, sales quotes, sales orders, sales invoices, they are shareable in between, and you can use them in each application which you want. And what is even better, if you have not tried to build this integration, it is built from the side of the BC, but it is mostly following through Wizard. So it is not a highly complex setup process, and you can basically just go on Microsoft Docs and find information, but it is quite easy, and almost everybody can set it up out of the box and start using it. Of course, there is a lot of things which you should set up in the back, but again, for the basics and for first testing and first interaction with this integration, is quite easy to set it up. But of course, let me show you a little bit sales. So as I said, the first one, we will not show all of them, but the sales is like most interesting. This is the place where we are starting. So if you have ever seen model-driven application, you're seeing that this is standard UI. And everything what we are basically having out of the box is mostly oriented in the perspective of data entry. So when we go to any of the customers, you just have a lot of different information. So in which company they're working, what is their contact preference, are they married or not, so if for the contacts, but for the companies, what is the communication, which opportunity you have open with them. But it is generally just on the informational side. Of course, we have AI a lot, so AI is just popping up all the time. When we go to the, let's say, core purposes of this application, like leads or opportunities, here we can see more organized approach. For example, one of the opportunities, you will see the main thing and probably one of the main power inside of the sales application, and generally this is possibility to build it in every single customer engagement application. It is the business process flow. I know that in AI era, when we are talking about agents which can do a lot of things fully automated, when we are building agents, when we are building co-pilots which can take a look on a whole system, this is not something huge. But in reality, when we are talking about sales processes, when we have to define, okay, this is the way how we are selling something, it really doesn't matter what, but when we define as a company that this is something what we have to follow, that we have decided what is customer need, proposed solution, or that we have identified sales team, or this is basically out of the box, but just reading a couple of things. When we have defined this, it makes life easier for specifically salespersons, because they cannot forget some things which they have to do, or on the other side, they should not try to cut any corners, because every single of these information, it is important, not only from the perspective that we are now trying to sell them something. There is in a most B2B use cases, we are going to sell to one same company a couple of times something. So this part of business process flow, or having possibility to really define process and to follow it from stage to stage, and to have information about everything. Sorry. To have information about how far we have went with every single of our leads or opportunities, it is quite useful, and quite something which gives much really high value to this application. Of course, while we are here, it is really important to mention that from this side, you can see that in the Dynamics 365 sales, we are having something what is called marketing. And if I click around, we can find the cases down here. So you're seeing that we are not having only sales-oriented things. So this is why when we are saying Microsoft Dynamics 365 CRM, this is why we are primarily always thinking about sales application. And because here we are having, as I said, it is mainly focused to sales, but we have these small parts of the different applications, so that we, if we are especially SMB company, we do not have to buy full customer service or buy full marketing if we are only going to track a couple of tickets per month, or if we just need to manually enter the information so that we can track how our campaigns are doing, because every single of these applications has to be bought separately. And with every single of them, whatever you buy, you will always get the full data set of Dynamics 365 sales, because it is a base application, and the rest of them will be just built over it. But if you're buying only sales, you will not get anything from customer service, field service, customer insights, and contact center. But in that case, we have the small parts of marketing, and specifically service or tickets module, where we can keep an eye and track the things and communicate with our customers, even on that level, resolving some issues. Of course, there are agents like Sales Research Agent. There are other tools from the Sales Accelerator which can automatically orchestrate leads to different sellers. But this is now, if I continue talking, this site is not going to be customer engagement introduction presentation. Basically, it's going to be then Dynamics 365 sales presentation. The main thing here which I wanted you to no, you do not have to buy sales. If I'm reading, I'm reading and answering to the message. No, you do not have to buy sales every single time. If you need only, for example, field service, when you buy the license for the field service, you will get all the tables which are for the sales. So sales is like standard set of the tables which you are getting. So you do not have to buy it always for the rest of the application. And this is probably more important thing when you are talking about BC integration, because it has some step of creating it. But no, you do not have to buy sales and then the rest of the platform. You can buy all of them separately. So yeah, I was on this on the part where I wanted just to say that main thing which I would like you to remember from this part of the Dynamics 365 sales is that this is a platform where we are basically focusing on the defining sales processes, keeping an eye on all of your leads and opportunities and all of your customers. So it doesn't matter if we are talking about B2B or B2C way of working with the customer, but this is the place where you're keeping your customers and where you're defining your sales processes. So this is the main thing. From here, we can jump back again shortly to presentation. Ah, sorry. So next application which I would like to talk with you about is Teams don't want to leave. Dynamics 365 Customer Insights. So as I said, I will not show all of the application, but Customer Insights, we are not getting it with this CDX environment, but Customer Insights is basically marketing application. So with Dynamics 365 Customer Insights, you're getting the core marketing capabilities. So from sending bulk emails to creating predefined marketing journey. So with an action like sending a newsletter, and if somebody clicks on the link in the newsletter, then send him the following newsletter. So this is the main thing where you have possibility really to predefine the processes, how you want really your marketing paths to be defined. And of course, what is the most important part which Microsoft really is separating itself out of everybody else is that you have possibility to do most of the marketing predefinitions in the real time. So what it means is that you can track some things which are real-time happening on the web pages, on some of the socials, in your emails which you're sending, and to act in that specific moment. So not to have everything predefined, but in reality to really act in the definition of what if somebody has clicked on this, and this, then we should think about it and then nurture it in some specific way. So this is the real power where you have possibility to define and orchestrate your customers through their journey, how you want to promote something to them. And of course, what is important, you cannot always focus on all of your customers, especially if we're talking about some big companies where we are saying that we have thousands and thousands of contacts. You're always wanting to really focus on some specific group. What is really great in the customer insight is that you have possibility to do specific segmentation, and this is like in the most of Microsoft Dynamics 365 tools. It'll mostly look like on the SQL queries, but it is user friendly, and from this perspective, with all of the data which you're generally having in your dataverse in this point, you have this possibility really to always focus and target the important group which you really want to access to. So you do not have to fire your marketing promotions to everybody, but really to focus on the group which you really want to target in some specific promotion. So this is main functionalities and the main perspective of why we are having customer insight. And of course, as I previously said for the sales, the main thing here is to remember that customer insight is application for really targeting through marketing campaign the right people and to attract them to buy your products, because again, everything is about sales at the end. But from this side, what it is really interesting thing, we are moving to the second part of the customer engagement products. And this is that interesting thing is that on a first two level, we were focusing on how to sell something, how to really get to our customers, how really to access them in the best possible level and to sell them something at the end as end result of our engagement with them. But the following three applications are really focused on something else. First of all, and the one of the most popular of them, customer service. In reality, here we are focused on how to help and to resolve our customer issues. Of course, you will say when I say service, all three of them are here to resolve some issues, but in reality, customer service is basics. It is a standard thing where you can do and follow everything. From the perspective of having knowledge articles to have the whole history of every single information where somebody were having some issues so that you can fastly answer to your customers, to having possibility to communicate with your customers on many different ways, through email, through Teams, through chat, through phone contact center. So there is a lot of different opportunities. And of course, in this perspective, we are focusing on support, which we are providing in direct communication with our customer. So even if we are talking about some specific physical products which they own, we are not tracking the products here because we are having only possibility to discuss what's the potential way how to fix them. And then if the physical product is something that we are talking about, there is other ways how you will track them. But here the main thing is really how to get and how to optimize your service operation. And of course, I have told in one of the sentences now that even we can build the communication center so that we can talk with the customers, and then later on I will talk about contact center. But yes, contact center basically was created out of customer service. So the functionalities of contact center are similar to customer service, but different in some other way. But let me show you the most interesting thing about customer service. And that is when we come here on this page, for example, you will see the first thing that this application is not straightforward looking like every standard model driven application. So let's put it side by side. You can see sales on one side, on the other side you can see customer service. Even if we click on some let's say ticket in this perspective, you will see that we have tab. It looks like a bit more to some browser than it in reality looks like standard model driven application. But of course, this is not the only application. The customer service is separated in two different applications. This is Copilot service workspace, which I saw recently, but it is still officially customer service. And we have the standard model driven application. So the main thing here is that we have cases, or our place where we are keeping the tickets, and our knowledge articles, and the possibility to really get information out of knowledge articles. With the whole introduction of AI and the possibility to have Copilot inside of the customer service application, we went to some higher level of possibility to get knowledge articles, because previously you can see here that we have some knowledge search. For example, let's imagine that complete overhaul required. So this is some of our ticket. It doesn't matter what is written here, but we before whole Copilot power, we had here possibility really to search our knowledge articles. Here is timeline to communicate with our customers. We can send them email, we can call them, we can do different things, and we can through communication or through history of our informations in the company, we can resolve their problem. But with introduction of AI, we now, even if it is not enabled here, because now we have to have credits for everything, with introduction of AI, we got this power that AI can search knowledge base and database for us, but not only to generally search it, but to watch it through logical eyes, to watch it as a person, but on much bigger and faster way. And with this introduction, we got possibility again to be on the ticket, to communicate with our customers, and really to try to answer through our knowledge or through our personal knowledge, depending on which knowledge we are talking in which perspective, to help them resolve their issues. Of course, this is the main focus. So the main focus is to gather tickets, to work with them, and to help our customers. Of course, as we are in the service part of the applications, you will hear for the rest two of the application really similar things from me, but this is the key. So when we just jump, sorry, I clicked on the wrong place. When we jump faster to the next application, which is field service, here we are getting to a point where the same functionalities which we previously had, we are extending with something more. Because the difference in between customer service and field service is in reality that here we have the people who are going on some specific locations to fix some stuff or to implement some things. So this is the difference. Again, we are focusing on case. Again, we are focusing to resolve the ticket, because everything in the service is around the ticket. But here we need to have different powers. We have to have possibility not only to have knowledge articles, because okay, it's great when somebody has to go to fix some huge machine or to fix fridge or to fix whatever on the location. It's good to have information how that was resolved previously. But what is more important? How to put that person on the location. But at the end, is this right person to be on the location for fixing this problem? If he is right, how many open similar tickets we have so that that specific person should fix it in some small amount of time? So here we are not only focusing on the fixing things, servicing things. More important here is that we have possibility to manage people, to that we through field service can manage our service workers to be as fast as possible, but on a level as most productive as possible, and to have the right person resolving the right issue, so that at the end we could have satisfied customer, because at the end we are talking about engaging with our customers. So everything through engagement is our idea to have satisfied customer at the end, because satisfied customer is going to be again our customer. But this is the difference when you should think about customer service and field service. It is, yes, in core to resolve the ticket, but previously it's just us with our customers talking or chatting or whatever, and we are resolving our issues in that process. But here is we have our people, we have to manage them so that we can be as productive as possible, and at the end to have satisfied customer. So this is the core. And when we are talking about core, let me just open the part of the field service. So when we are talking about core things, this is the most important part. When I said this is the way how we can see and organize our people. Of course, this is we are not having some work orders, but let me go and check. No. So for example, if we create some work order here, and whatever, it's medium, this is our company, We do not have a recorder type. Okay, we need a new recorder type. Test, let's save it. No, price list. This is the thing when we are doing something fast and not thinking about everything what is needed. So imagine that we are getting some work order and that we have to be in some place and to work with that work order. So from here, let's say that I want to book. Hopefully that we can do it immediately, even if I didn't provide any person. But this is that part of the moment, is that we have some specific issue. Of course, here we can do the filtering, we can search for our resources, and this is the core. So not only being on the field and helping, but in reality having this, let's call it ticket, or in reality it is work order, but in core which and who should be there and work with this specific issue. And this is the thing which basically separates customer service from the field service. And as naming is pretty naturally saying that this is mostly focused on the field workers and how really to organize and to manage our field workers. And of course, if I click around here, you will see that we have even a map, but of course map is not working in my region. Okay, I'm living in this street, but jokingly, it is not set it up. There is a lot of stuff in the back which you should set up, but of course, when everything is in order, you have a lot of power and a lot of possibility, not even to schedule the right person. You can schedule a person based on all of the schedulings today, and the system can automatically tell him which route to take, because historically we are entering the data, how fast we were resolving something, how long we travel to some places, and he can learn in totally everything, and then he can always make the best decision. So we can work with the system and get the possibility to have the right person in the right time in the right place. And of course, what is nice extra thing here, we have here in the asset parts, we have possibility to work with IoT devices. So field service is quite connectable specifically with IoTs, and if we are working on specific machinery and maintaining machines, organizing machines, and doing some stuff where we have really and need some really precise data and precise informations to do something in the specific moment, it is natively connectable with different IoT models, with different IoT modules which you can implement and use across implementations and depending on a customer. Of course, what is great on the other side, I think it was 2 years ago, Microsoft Business Central introduced us with integration with field service. So this is, let's say, third part of the integration. So Business Central can be integrated with Dataverse, with sales and field service. And from the point of view of the Business Central, you're having integration with field service, with projects, or with service and project module inside of the BC. So when you are setting up integration, you are making the decision how you want to integrate it. It's first of all, which license do you have of BC? On the other side, what type of business you're connecting it for. So just for a reminder, it is integrated with projects or with services and projects inside of the BC. And again, it is the same logically wizard like we have it for sales, so it is not ultra complex to set it up. And the last thing, where sadly I do not have a demo, but it is possible to create a demo, but demo will basically not show you a lot of stuff, because it is mostly preset for the AI connection and AI work. And the last application is contact center. And the reason why we are getting contact center when we have customer service and field service at the end, specifically customer service, is that Microsoft has seen the value of possibility of utilizing AI in a different way, from chatting with the customers, talking with the customers, implementing them in the portals, and possibly every single place where we can use AI to really help our customers with our data and our informations which we have. Of course, contact center, it doesn't mean that we will just stop using real people in the communication with end customers, but it means that AI will help a lot. So from the perspective that AI is tracking every single ticket or every single call that is coming, specifically call because it is a contact center, so we're expecting live conversation, that AI is tracking everything what we are talking, and he is suggesting some stuff live while we are talking, or even on the other side that he is doing the full summarizations, that he is keeping everything what we said, so full transcripts, summarizations of every single conversation. So the value is that AI is live helping us, and he is there through all possible way of conversation. Of course, there is great reporting for the for supervisors, but also the great power here is coming from the perspective that AI can do a lot of stuff instead of us. So he can do self-service for our customers. So there is a lot of way how in custom contact center is possible to be implemented, so that AI can answer to our phone call, to start answering on every single question, but in that tone that he is recognizing that I'm a male guy in my 30s, and that this type of voice and this type of conversation with me will be most suitable, so that I can be satisfied. So it goes in that direction, or even it is going to that direction that he can really fastly go to the knowledge articles and give us the resolution that we have never speak to real person, and for me as end customer that I didn't know. Or as I said, on the other side, he can lively help users, so contact center representatives, while they're lively talking with the customer, to get the right information and the right answer from the context from the knowledge articles, and to present them how to resolve the tickets. Of course, the main thing here in the contact center is AI. So this is AI first application. Of course, when you think about it, it will not work immediately. So there is no possibility that any company in the world will just buy contact center. Somebody will do the setup, implementation, and everything, and that AI will take over and do a lot of stuff for themselves. But after time, as every single AI, he is going to become smarter, and this is the part where we are separating it from the contact center, from the customer service. Because here really Microsoft built the full platform around AI, and the way how to really help everybody who is live talking with the customers by default. On the other side, customer service, when I previously mentioned, it is not only about that. It is about every single type of service to the customer. So when you think once again about service side of application in the customer engagement, I think that the right ending to this part would be just think how you can separate this application, and in the perspective how you can think it. Customer service is core platform for helping our customers. Of course, it has some AI, it has knowledge articles, it has everything in one place. But field service, on the other side, is not only how to help our customer, but in reality how to manage our workers, which should be on the field. And with that managing, we will naturally help our customers because we will have right person in the right time and in a right order, in the right place to fix some issues or to maintain something for our customers. And on the other side, contact center, it is first AI application built around AI from the Microsoft C part, where we have possibility really for persons who are primarily in the contact center or talking with the customers, possibility to utilize AI possibility of logically understanding and talking functionalities to the level where AI can help in the resolution of the issues in the live process while live we are talking to the customers. And of course, contact center is mainly focusing on the industries where we mostly have only people with conversations, which are resolving tickets through conversation, like banking industry, telephone industry, and there is a many different industry, but these two are coming mostly to my mind because banks, especially whenever we have some issue, I'm immediately calling. But this is again, we have bit smaller focus than generally customer service, and this is it. I have shown you in a different ways all 5 of applications which we are having in the Dynamics 365 customer engagement product group. I hope that I was not confusing because it was 5 applications, 3 different. You have seen 3 different, which are in one case pretty similar with the UI and everything. On the other side, 2 extra, which I just explained. So I hope that I was not confusing, and I hope that you liked this session. Before you start asking the questions, I would like to tell you thank you for listening and for having me in this meetup. And now I'm happy to answer every single question which you have. Okay. For the BC project for field service. So what you want to know?
Okay, you mentioned about the integration with BC for field service.
Yep.
So where is the core for the projects? Like, because the BC projects module is end to end. What part does the field service handle versus the projects for BC? Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah. We can think when Microsoft. Okay, we can think. I was not the guy who built it. I just wrote some parts of the Microsoft Learn for it, but I know the guy who built it. But jokingly, when we think about projects, let's put it in this way. Projects sometimes can be a regular maintenance of something or a regular setup of something. When we put in a perspective, let's say, of some big machine, this is in reality project. If you put in a point of view in the Business Central, you have project for yearly maintenance of some specific machine. In reality, that some person has to do it. So this was the first thinking. It was, I know that it is a closed process inside of the BC, but in some specific use cases, it gives little bit bigger and wider picture with utilization of field service in these specific use cases where you have something where you have to go and to fix some stuff. On the other side, projects are included in essential license, so and service is not. So if you are having field workers, you can, let's say, manage some stuff through projects, which maybe should be managed through service, but some customers are basically do not want or do not need to go to higher license. So you can integrate even essential license with field service if it is needed. Yes. Yes. The straightforward answer is yes. It's yes. You should not do it always, but there is on which use case you think that you will need to integrate with marketing or specifically customer service. So this is the thing. BC team decided, okay, sales has logic, field service has some logic, but the rest of application, specifically marketing or how it's called, customer insight contact center, do not have some wider use cases why you should integrate them. But in reality, yes, it is everything what we saw here. Let me show you. It's let me really fast to show you. So when we come here, this is my environment on which I have, you can see applications. When we come to the tables, every single table for all of 3 applications which I showed you are here. So this is, you're not connecting to the sales, customer service, field service, and everything with the API. You're basically connecting to the Dataverse table. So everything is possible from that way. I hope I answered the question. Do you have something more? Okay.
Chacha.
Yeah.
Hello. I don't think there's any. I'm seeing someone asking, can the BC handle REST API and direct integration with other systems?
Yeah, I just talked about that. Yes, you can because everything is Dataverse. You can connect. You can connect to any table which you want with standard REST API in these environments, even if Microsoft only created with sales and field service as standard.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Marko. I believe there's another last question maybe you can take. If you want to integrate a core banking system, how best can I approach this?
Okay. The core banking system. So you're having something. It is based on it's Business Central, or probably you can tell a bit more.
Wilfred Mshoka, maybe you can just unmute and ask the question direct.
Yeah.
Hello, you do that?
Yeah, but as I told you, Business Central with can access with, of course, with API every single table inside of the Dataverse. So you do not have any specifics in the perspective of application which you want to access, because everything is in Dataverse. So yes, if you want to integrate a core banking system, this is bit specific use case. I worked in, I implemented sales many years ago in the banking sector in Serbia, but I worked only on the CRM side, so they were not having some higher level of integration except having the standard information about some specific person, his credit score and those things which are basically through custom APIs collected through some third-party softwares which were built for banking industry. So I cannot directly answer what is the best approach, but in reality, yes, you can put through API, you can connect it and put the data inside of the Dataverse in the place where you need it.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Mark. The last time I did this integration, a direct integration between Business Central and Dynamics CE, I had one big challenge on this data that has originated from the dynamic CE thinking to the one that is on the Business Central. So I really struggled. I finally had to opt for the use of the web resource.
Yes, this could be tricky.
So maybe if Wilfred really has to go that way, maybe he can give it a trial. Marko, I don't know whether that was a good approach or there's another better alternative. I would say that.
Nah, there is not a straight answer in this. So I built personally for a couple of my clients integration on one side, but all of them were SMB, so standard integration worked fine enough. And on the other side, from my day-to-day job as I am talking only with the partners and talking with them and helping them through strategical, technical strategical issues. We have we have a lot of end customers who are using standard integration, but the first thing is from where your main data is coming and how you really want to manage the data through two systems. Because when we put it in a perspective of sales and the Business Central, they have 100% different focus, and you should not have everything in both systems. So there is a lot of decisions which you have to make before starting the integration. The easiest thing is to immediately implement both systems. So you're starting with clean, setting up standard stuff or something more advanced if it is needed, and you're clear to go. But in any other scenario, and specifically with specifics like banking sector, it is really tricky. And I think that everything what works for somebody, it's fine enough.
Oh, I think this discussion can continue and continue till tomorrow. So I think probably we'll keep in touch. If anyone has other questions, there's a WhatsApp group platform where I normally discuss this. And Totovic, you can also drop probably your social media platform where these people can reach you out with I believe there are so many questions still around this area.
Of course, you will get here my LinkedIn profile now just to find it. Sorry, I'm quite new on the Mac side, so I'm struggling. Here it is. Here you can find me on LinkedIn, or even if you have any question, here it is my email through my user group. So I'm trying to answer. So please, if you have any question or any idea which you want to share with me, I am open for community at all time.
Right. Thank you so much, Totovic. Thank you so much, team. Apologies, we've extended, we've eaten to 80 minutes of your time. I apologize for that. And I think we can now end the session. Thank you so much and wish you a nice evening.
You too.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Totovic. We keep in touch. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.